A New York Yankees insider has revealed the Yankees trade targets at the upcoming deadline, and this has fans fired up with this major update, as now we know who the Yankees are targeting ahead of the deadline and what they will be doing as they gear up to make a blockbuster move in order to make a better team for this playoff and eventual World Series push, with the Yankees still being the favorites to come out of the American League. And we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. We're going to jump right into things as always. If you guys are part of that 75% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily New York Yankees updates. We're having a bunch of fun on this channel. We're dropping videos every single day. We're giving you all the latest Yankees updates, and we will not miss a single day of uploading for the rest of 2025. You heard that correctly. But let's jump into the video and give you your daily dose of New York Yankees updates, as Yankees insider Chris Kirschner has revealed what the deadline could or will look like, with the trade targets being revealed in regards to their pitching. Pitching is arguably the Yankees' biggest need on this team, despite the fact that the third base and, well, shortstop are issues. Right now, it feels like the Yankees are locking in on that pitching being a serious cause for concern, because outside of Max Fried and Carlos Rodon, there really isn't another stable arm left. I mean, you have two guys in Gerrit Cole and Clark Schmidt out with Tommy John surgery, and then you have Luis Gil, who still has not played a single game this season. I thought he'd be back sometime mid-June. That's what it initially felt like with that lat injury, but he still is not back towards the end of July. So this has fans concerned and looking at this situation very nervously, as we're starting to understand that there's a real world right now that we do not see Luis Gil pitch at his best all year long, because of how long it's going to have to be to ramp him back up and get everything going, and you can't really fully trust that for the playoffs. So diving into these names that were listed, Kirschner revealed a few different names, and one of them is Seth Lugo, as since becoming a full-time starter in 2023, Seth Lugo's 3.17 ERA is the 10th best among qualified starters. The 9 ahead of him are considered some of the very best in the sport. Lugo finished second in the American League Cy Young Award voting last year, behind Tarik Skubal, and he likely won't be a top 5 finisher this year, even with a sub-3 ERA. Lugo's under-the-hood metrics are down from last year, but he's still delivering consistent results for a disappointing Kansas City Royals team that should look to trade him. Lugo having $15 million, having a $15 million player option for 2026 could complicate those matters, especially with regards to how much the price would be to land him, as teams might feel a little bit wary of that, as Lugo could opt out and really get a nice little payday for himself. And also, as Kirschner mentioned, Lugo's one of the most fascinating pitchers in the sport because of his 9-pitch arsenal. The Yankees pitching department excels in telling pitchers to only throw their best pitches, so it's possible if the club were able to acquire him, it would mean that he wouldn't be throwing as many pitches. It would be surprising to see Lugo still throwing 9 with the Yankees, but at the same time, are you really going to mess with what works in regards to Seth Lugo, who's been downright awesome since he got to Kansas City and became a full-time starter? Now, he was mentioned as the #1 trade target for the New York Yankees when it comes to pitching, and in general, this could be the case too. I mean, it's probably Eugenio Suarez is viewed as the #1 because he is Eugenio Suarez, but Seth Lugo is also right up there at the top with guys the Yankees should very much look to trade for. Now, Lugo put up good numbers, or has put up good numbers this season as well. He's got an ERA below 3. He's got a 2.95 ERA with a 7-5 record, and that's because the Royals are not very good this year. He's got 99 strikeouts and 113 innings pitched, and has a whip of 1.088. Seth Lugo has been great, and the Yankees should very much try to go for him. He's going to be a hot commodity at the deadline for all teams that are contending and want to get more pitching, and when it comes down to it, the Yankees should be at the forefront of that, trying to land Lugo. And another name who they should be trying to land and will look at is Mitch Keller of the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's got a $15.4 million deal in 2025, and annually in 2026 to 2028, also that 15.4 mil. So he'd be under contract for a while. The Yankees would get a guy in Mitch Keller who's had an up-and-down career, but right now, the man is pitching great. Keller, as of right now, has a 3.53 ERA with 21 starts and a 4-10 record. Now, obviously, part of the thing here is that he's on the Pirates, so again, don't take the win and loss record with really any regards. I mean, he's got 97 strikeouts and 125 exact innings pitched, and has a whip of 1.160. His numbers are above average of what they usually have been, and the hope is that he'll keep it going for the rest of his time in his MLB career for the most part as he hits his prime. But at the same time, the Yankees are looking at Keller as a real option, considering the fact that he's on a Pirates team that's likely going to move him, considering the Pirates are downright awful. And with that in mind, Keller does have the highest value he's ever had, so this would be a great chance for the Pirates to sell high and the Yankees to acquire one of the better pitchers at the deadline. With Kirshner saying that some fans may scoff at the record and think the Yankees brought in a bum, but Keller is a good pitcher who is playing for a terrible organization, even with Paul Skeens having a losing record, as well. He may win the National League Cy Young, Paul Skeens, with this awful Pirates team, and much like Max Fried, Keller pitches to contact and doesn't generate as many whiffs as a club would want, but there's a reason to believe that in a better pitching development organization, his slider and sweeper in particular could become even more effective at generating whiffs. Carlos Rodon has been the beneficiary of this kind of development this season, and now his slider is back to being a top put-away pitch like it was with the Giants and the White Sox as well. And you look at what Kirshner said about Keller, and he said the Yankees will also need to fill their rotation in 2026, as Cole may miss at least half of next season as well, and Schmidt will likely miss the entirety of 2026. Marcus Stroman's going to be a free agent, and Keller's contract is reasonable for a number 3 to 4 starter. If the Yankees could get Keller in a package that also includes third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes, it could solve two of the club's issues in one move. Now, obviously, you need Hayes to play well, but that's a whole other bag of worms that we will talk about later. I actually do have a video on Ke'Bryan Hayes coming out very soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that one. To have those post notifications on. Quick reminder, you know how it goes. But on top of that, the third target as well, and you know he's going to be handcuffed to Suarez, Merrill Kelly, who is making $6 million in 2025 and then becomes a free agent, so he is a pure potential rental, because obviously you could re-sign him, but it is very likely something that could become a rental. But Merrill Kelly is having a great year for himself right now. You saw him, I actually did put him up on the screen for a second earlier. I hit the wrong button. But Kelly's been good throughout his career, and he's having one of his best seasons. He's got a 3.32 ERA, 118 strikeouts and 122 innings pitched, and a whip of 1.057. Kelly would give the Yankees an excellent arm to put in as their third starter for this playoff push, while also you wait to get Luis Gil back as well. And that would be super helpful for the Yankees going forwards. Now, diving into what we talked about with Merrill Kelly, he's a soft tosser at this stage of his career. His average fastball velocity is among the 10 lowest in the sport, but the 36-year-old has delivered great results for the Diamondbacks. Kelly is above average in strikeout rate and ground ball rate, two categories that the Yankees pay close attention to when evaluating pitchers. His best pitch is his changeup, a pitch the Yankees have focused on as an organization this year. There's a clear path to envisioning Kelly as a starting pitcher for playoff games if the Yankees are able to acquire him. Now, on top of this, it is very important to note with Mitch Keller. Nope, Merrill Kelly. I knew I was going to do it. I get their names mixed up routinely on this channel, and just in general, I'm always saying, like, yeah, well, they could go get Eugenio Suarez and Mitch Keller from the Diamondbacks, and then I just sound like an idiot. But in all seriousness, I do like the idea of Merrill Kelly, because, again, I was literally, when I looked away, I was literally like, did I just mix their names up? But no, with Merrill Kelly, he's someone who does give the Yankees an arm, and on top of that, obviously what we have to talk about, of course, then I put up Mitch Keller, but with Merrill Kelly, he's someone who's going to be handcuffed to Eugenio Suarez because the Diamondbacks would want the biggest haul possible, and the Diamondbacks are open to trading Suarez. The Yankees and the Mariners are the two teams that have looked at Suarez the most, and I've been adamant for the last 2 months that Suarez is going to end up on the Seattle Mariners, where he once played, because he'd probably prefer that move anyway, but also at the same time, he did say the Yankees are the Yankees. He tried to help them win a World Series. But Kelly is someone who the Diamondbacks have no reason to not move, and they definitely will trade him. It's just a matter of where, and the Yankees are pitcher needy. Even if you don't go get Suarez, you could go out there and probably not have to give up too much to go bring Kelly into this team, and I think that would be a huge win for the Yankees, and I do hope they go out and do that. What do you guys hope the Yankees do? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Do you mix Merrill Kelly and Mitch Keller up, or is it just the guy who actually has the guts to go on to YouTube and then get names mixed up? Well, also, as you guys know, I mispronounce literally everything. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that I do that all the time. You guys do not care at all. Have a great day. Go Yankees. Also, go Cider Donuts, because this shirt rocks. Shout out to my brother. He released a book. I don't have it next to me, or I'd shout it out in this video.